Would you like me to do my glasses?
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen. What's on your face?
I wish it had variable speeds. That'd be really cool.
It's amazing. I mean, look at the wipers are just...
Look at that. I mean, I'm saying variable speeds. How many glasses have wipers?
Hey, there was a man who invented the windshield wipers for the car, but the man that made all the money was the one that did the speeds. That's where the money got raked in.
Wow, that's kind of wrong.
So, yeah, nice invention. But so, how many is this a battery thing? Microchip?
Oh yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, it's got to be.
Or does it run on your energy?
Ooh, wouldn't that be nice? You know, I've been thinking about that, and I've been watching. I've been watching my videos lately, and I'm starting to do weird energy hand motions like both Jeffrey Allen and Esther Hicks. So, and I mean, I'm just doing it. So,
that's beautiful.
But I was thinking about it because of everything you were saying about energy yesterday.
Did you? I know. And
did you get more sleep?
Yeah, I slept really well. I woke up going, yes.
Ooh, I actually attracted missing that thing. I did. The class, I attracted missing it. Because you had, I can't remember how I figured it out in my head later, but I'm like, oh my God. But because you had so little sleep, I figured you weren't going to make it. And I don't remember, but suddenly when I realized what I had thought, it was like, Angela, you predicted you wouldn't be there. And yeah.
Yeah, no, they were running really late. And there's this delivery service called Postmates. I think they delivered to you as well. And they were giving away free frozen yogurt. And so we were late in the game on that. So as we were waiting to get into the Tantra course or live lesson, all the delivery services were busy for the ice cream. And I'm going back and forth, back and forth, back. And I'm like, and I wanted to just say, forget it. We don't have to do this course. We don't have to get the ice or the yogurt. And Tom's like, no, keep trying.
Right.
Because he said, don't give up. I wanted to give up too easy because it kept saying, sorry, all our delivery people are busy. And so I just kept going, and I didn't feel over obsessed. I was just like, no, just keep trying. It's not a big deal. Finally, they took it. Our order was in. The live lesson was about to start. Everything just was later. But that's what's happening. It's this other thing I've been doing. I'm asking for really crazy favors right now. I want to work with like 3 very high profile musicians and actors right now. Who am I to even ask? But Tom's like, just ask. Doesn't hurt to ask. You will probably be turned down. Who are you to ask?
Who aren't you to ask?
Yeah, right? Because I can't help it. Like, I really feel I want to work with these people. These what would you call it? Profilic?
Pro what?
What's a word instead
high
of
profile? Instead of high profile?
Prolific. Prolific?
There. Because yes, why high? See, high profile means high profile makes it sound like you just want to be with a star.
Right.
So you need to break that down, and it's like, well, why? What about that particular person? Right.
Right. They're just
prolific means that they've done a lot of work, and you really like their songwriting,
or they're acting, Just because they
seem whatever writing. Yeah.
Right. They seem like they're out of reach, but they're still just human. They're no better than me. I'm no better than them. I feel
absolutely.
Woo!
Absolutely.
Now let's make a casserole.
Let's make a what?
Casserole.
Oh, a casserole. Oh, yeah. Yes, I do think that's a good idea, though. Once upon a time, a friend and I were going to do a spoof of Drunk Kitchen.
Oh, okay. So what would that entail? Is this a series?
We never did it, so
do it here. You could do. We
absolutely could. Absolutely.
I'll be there.
We absolutely could. Or I absolutely could.
If you do, because I want to go to that.
Okay.
I just want to go. So if you do it,
the next time I feel like I'm brave enough to film myself cooking and not worried if I'll cut a finger off or something.
I'm kind of serious about this, actually. You could do it every other Tuesday. I'll do the music thing every other Tuesday. Please, I really want to do drum cooking.
Okay. Yes, we could. All right, it's done.
Yay!
But don't make me start this Tuesday.
Okay.
Well, do you have a plan for Tuesday yet?
I don't.
Okay.
How weird is that?
Let me think on it for a day or two to see if it because this is only Friday, right? So yeah, it's not that soon.
So how would that work? We'd come up with
that's a very good question. That's I would definitely tell you the dish beforehand.
Okay. Yeah. What do you think?
I know that Hannah Hart, the original Drunk Kitchen, I know in one of them you could see she was filming with a Mac laptop. So
wow. I'm so excited about this.
Yay!
Wow. The inspiration can come from outside of you.
Yeah, absolutely, actually.
So what are you working on right now, other than
I have another person calling me this afternoon, kind of on a client consultation, which is kind of interesting. They popped out of the Utah trip that we went to.
Wow.
I was writing this morning, and I'm doing a lot of gardening. And that class, I know it's already helping. I feel, when you feel different because you know something's changed because you're looking at something different.
Yes.
That happened.
Okay.
It happened last night. Well, frankly, I noticed I was ogling somebody on TV, and it's been a long time since I've ogled anybody.
Well, I've noticed things on your Facebook page.
Normally, I share those for other people, believe it or not, particularly if they're cowboys. I have a lot of female friends who are just frighteningly into anyone with cowboy boots.
Wow.
Well, yeah. Any male with cowboy boots.
Wow. Yeah, here he is. I'm gonna go wash my car, but first let me put my sexy cowboy boots on.
That's it. I love the one I had yesterday with the guy where his because I showed it to my friend Art that I work with. Yeah, with the shirt that caught on fire. He's just looking at it like, well, I don't get it.
I know, because I was like, okay, did it burn his chest hair off? Like, it took me a while to notice because I didn't see a shirt to begin with, right? All I'm noticing is the chest. Like, oh,
I'm also going through something right now that I'm not going through. Is really interesting. Where that's what happened yesterday. There was this big emergency call at the end of my work, and I know that what happened and what's going on over this weekend would have freaked me out big time 3-4 years ago. And now I'm just sitting on the sidelines going, wow, I wonder what's going to happen. Watch.
Yeah.
I'll have to tell you the skinny. And it emotionally not affects me at all. But I get caught in the fray of just things happening. You know what I mean? All right, I'll do this. You go ahead. It's got memorial services and all sorts of stuff happening in it. So you just be there. But it would have emotionally careened into me that no more.
Once upon a time, right?
Yep.
It's such a great feeling,
isn't it?
Yes. I've been feeling that with my kids. I'm just like, oh, you know what I told my son today? He gets he has a bully at school, and
yeah, I remember.
Yeah, he's still the I'm going to call him the Trump bully. And I said today, because I know that he's not going to change. I'm trying to remember. Sorry, I'm trying to buy time to remember what I said. I said, make it a great day, because he can do. Oh shoot, Angela! I was so on it too. It was something about he's gonna be doing the same bullying, but you are going to be you're gonna handle it differently. But it wasn't you're gonna handle it differently. It's you're gonna experience it differently or something. You've
Right.
changed. You can't change him, but you're changed.
That it's
You know what I'm saying.
It is so true, though. It's so true. Just every little change makes more little changes.
Yeah.
And right now I'm in this wonderful place where it's almost like a kid's puzzle or something, and I'm seeing things go and snap into place. Oh, well, that fits there. It's very strange, but very wonderful. You know, this kind of hurts my nose if I wear this long. It's heavy.
It's like one of those things you enter a party with and then
put down. As a matter of fact, I almost donated it. Nah, I didn't do that. I almost donated it to the New Year's Eve party that I went to, because they had this like photo booth that they'd made, and I knew that. That's why I brought it. And so they had this photo booth that they made, and they had all these props. And so I almost donated my prop to their prop. And I thought, no, I like my props.
So where did you find them?
Amazon.
Oh, okay. Wow. Wait, what do you look that up under? Windshield goggles?
I looked under. I did see them somewhere, and I asked. You know, I did put windshield wiper goggles. As a matter of fact, yeah. Okay. But other things, I mean, I put eyes, I put goggles, I put glasses, I put, you know.
I like the ones on your. Is it your website? The big giant cat.
Yeah, I love those. I love those. Yeah, wait till you see the new crop.
So is it raining there?
No.
Oh.
It is beautifully sunny right now. It looks beautifully sunny right there, too. And as a matter of fact, yeah, you can see, I don't have as much light on me as you do, but you can see I do have light coming in, and it is natural, so.
You can make shadow animals on your face.
I guess I can't. I used to know how to do the bunny. Oh, there you go.
What am I?
A cat.
Hey, do you know why did we go through that? Why cats have whiskers here as well as here? What are these for? When they're hunting with their eyes, these are used to make sure that they're not being hunted themselves. So these get activated.
Very cool. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
I wonder how do they get activated?
They have nerves.
Yeah, but I mean, is it they feel like something's watching them? They feel what do they sense?
Yeah, it must be energy. The energy of the hawk.
I mean, you don't have an eye or anything, and if it's touching you so that your whisker can feel it, you're probably dead.
Okay, so maybe it's not the fear of being hunted. Maybe it's in case there's something else for them to hunt.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm not putting down what you said. I mean, they have to have felt it somehow before the creature got close enough.
Yeah.
Or they'd be dead. It wouldn't help them.
It's true, and they're really tall, but not that
right. So it must help them in some other way. That's really interesting. I will have to Google that later. Probably. I end up with so many things like that I'm going to Google later that you can't possibly do all of them. But there's a lot of interesting things when you think about it.
It's true. Well,
so let's think further. You know, one of the things that I always really liked about that, and I highly recommend it, the movie Julie and Julia.
Okay, I have not seen that.
I don't remember who wrote it. It's based on a book. The book was written by a blogger, right? And the blogger blogged her way through Julia Child's gastronomique, blah, 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 the big French one, right? Mm-hmm. So do we want anything else of the, or am I actually drunk? What's going on in this kitchen? What am I cooking? Personal development by cooking? It certainly has helped me. Lots of things have helped me.
Yeah, I was thinking, where was I 4 years ago?
Does it matter if it's a drink?
I don't think so. I don't know. Are we masterminding?
Are we masterminding? Why not? Isn't that what it always is? If we had anybody over here? No. Is it raining in Napa? Is it raining in, I know where he lives.
You are?
My grandmother used to live there. It's not,
Oregon?
Lowell. It's not Lowell. It's the one near Lowell. Everett. I pulled it out.
Did she get props? Yay! I only have 3, so.
It probably is raining there, probably. So what's going on with you then, Elsie? You're trying to get these very prolific people to work with you because you're a very prolific person.
You know, I just get really excited when I think about the possibilities. I feel like really cool things are just.
Did you see my post on Facebook today? Absolutely. That's what I said too. Today feels like the first line to Saving Mr. Banks. That one from, I think it's from the original Mary Poppins, about there being something in the air, about something that's going to change. Yeah, it does. It feels very much like things are just.
I
last 2-3 days.
Cool. Well, tomorrow's the new moon, right? It's
all right.
The 4th. Whoops. And that means time to manifest. I wrote down a list of things I was working on for like myself, more meditation, more whatever. And then the goals I'm working on manifesting to, how do you usually go about it? You just go on, I think you mentioned it before, you just go on inspiration of what feels.
I am trying to, and I'm getting better and better at it.
Right.
I'm trying to go 100% on inspiration. And there's a few rules I do have in place to help do that. And sometimes it can be kind of, let's face it, we don't spend every second awake and aware. We're humans, right? No matter how, there's a reason you're down here and being physical, and sometimes you're just too far over there, right? So I make little rules to catch myself, that'll turn me around. One of them is, if you start working on something, right? And see, this could be tough. Like the most recent one is I was trying to pay my bills, right? Your bills need to be paid. You've got all these, I got to pay them.
How come you don't do auto pay?
I don't do auto pay. I do bill pay. Partly, I suppose, it's just because I just changed banks and stuff. So that's part of why it was also a challenge. Okay. So I was trying to do bill pay, and it wouldn't let me do bill pay. And I said, I have to pay my bills, do bill pay. And it's like, wait a minute, no. You've got your own rule. If you try it twice and it's still fighting with you and it shouldn't be, walk away, come back. There's just some energy not happening right now. But sometimes when you think, but I've got to do this. This isn't like writing a book thing. This is just paying my bills. I don't want to get late fees. The other one is, now, and this one, it's an Abraham Hicks thing, right? If I start to feel bad, I'm not in agreement with my source self. So I'm getting really good within seconds of feeling bad going, wait a minute. All right. And so, take it. And maybe it's because also I've done all this other work, so I don't feel as bad, so I can stop it. You don't have that momentum of badness. So because I can stop it at a little, trickle, I can go, wait a minute, and then look at it and go, well, wait a minute. I feel bad, but my source self doesn't feel bad. What's the difference? And so I can examine it. And I can also now examine past moments when somebody was, try this one, okay? It'll help you for past soothing. Okay, so if somebody got mad at you and they were all negative and, so they felt bad, which wasn't in agreement with their source self either, right? But so those are 2 tips I use. Otherwise, the more fun you're having, the more exciting the idea, the more it's inspiration. The more urgency I feel, the more I know it's not. You know what I mean? It's not urgency, it's excitement if it's a real inspiration. If it's me thinking I have to make something happen, that's when it feels like it has this window.
So that's how I feel, is excitement. But that can go either way. That could be seen as good, that could be seen as bad, that could be seen as unproductive. I don't know. What's your take on
the excitement? No. I mean, if you take it from, and I take it a lot from the Abraham Hicks perspective, if you're excited, that's everything. That's gold. Just go be more excited, more joyful, more everything.
Okay, feed it.
Exactly. Absolutely. She has lots of them. Have you ever seen one of the ones? What does she call it? Did they call it rants? I don't think they call it rants. Is it a ramble? They have something like that where they will actually go on and on and on about luscious sounding words and happy sounding words and how, you know what I mean? When you're in a good mood and everything's going great and you're really, really happy, milk it for every second. Okay. Milk it for every second. Don't care if anybody thinks that you're being a little too excessive about it. Just keep milking it. You know what I mean? For as long as you can feel it. Express it. Remember it. Bookmark it.
So here's one. Sometimes, like in the past, where I would be excited about something, remember there was always the curse of if you talk about it, you jinx it.
See, but
that does not work anymore.
Yeah, that's your head.
What is that? Like, because I don't believe we have, I can't speak for you, but it sounds like you don't have that. And no. I used to have it.
I used to have it. I used to have it hard. Yeah. I tend to think it's generally your parents. You were taught that. You know what I mean? It's your parents and the people who surround you. Because meanwhile, don't we still know people who do that?
Absolutely.
You just don't fall to it anymore, right? And it's the exact opposite, actually. The more you can feel it, and the more you can be like, yeah.
Cool. Yeah. That's right, because it's that unconscious or subconscious sabotage of us saying, I can do this, I'm going to talk about it. And then there's that little thing that we don't even consciously create, saying we can't not do it.
Think about it. When you do that, okay, so let's say you talk about, I'm going to work with these really prolific, big name people, and this is going to be great, right? Okay, so...
Or something better.
Or something better, right? Okay, so now you talk to somebody, right? You talk to somebody, and they say, well, you're going to jinx it talking like that, right? Now, how do you feel?
It doesn't.
But meaning, once upon a time, that would make you feel bad, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
Which would not be in agreement. The notion that you could actually destroy your own dreams by jinxing them doesn't make me feel good, which would not be. So no.
Right. Well, and the good thing is I've already set things in motion where I know if they don't work, I'm going to try something else. Because I have not lost my momentum. I already know how good it feels when I think of working with these people. So I know.
Right. And see, yeah, you just milk that and keep picturing that. And what was it when they took the time on the Abraham Hicks, when she used to do the focus wheels and everything? I think it was like 20 minutes a day. When she was in her creative, 20 minutes a day. So be in your creative.
You've done that.
I'm still kind of working on being that, and I want to be that. Make it a habit that much. I don't know that I do 20 minutes a day, and I do, you know what I mean? It's not, and I think it should be. And so, yeah, I think 20 minutes of imagining the things that you can do that with is a goal. And I mean, it's not that because you're imagining it and because you're basically focusing, wheeling and everything, I think you can probably do it while brushing your teeth, etc. You know what I mean? So if you're having problems with the time, you could multitask that, I think. And it wouldn't do you any harm. Because, I mean, you're thinking good, joyful stuff. How many times have people tasked where they're thinking, okay, I have to do this, and I have to drive over there, and this is much better. Much better.
Right. And you're kind of letting go at the same time. You're just practicing the feeling, right?
Right. Absolutely. Practicing
without the feeling. Worrying about the how.
Right. Absolutely.
I'm looking. Oh, here it is. Is this the wheel? Focus wheel, right?
Yeah, it is like that, exactly. And you write it in. I haven't done one in a while. Oh, and then the other thing is, though, at one part she had lessons where you focus wheel on things. Like the first time I ever heard about the focus wheel was the hotel that wasn't working very well for their workshops, and she wanted to change hotels. And Abraham told her, well, but you'll be taking yourself to the new hotel. So she did a focus wheel on the hotel. So the idea is you kind of do, when you're not feeling a lot of emotion about it, you do this focus wheel about something you're, having a little bit of difficulty with, but you don't want to be swept in that bad emotion of it. You want to do it when you're feeling less emotional, right? And you're trying to get to a place where you can see the good in whatever it is, right? But she did get to lessons where she pointed out you don't have to love everything. So if you don't like, say, Brussels sprouts, you don't have to do a focus wheel on Brussels sprouts. Just don't eat them.
Okay.
But it's
okay.
It's just the things that actually affect or impact you, like in their case, that workshop. Like in your case, I don't know, in the past, maybe that one, the one, remember, I don't want to say. Let's go empath. That'll give it.
Okay.
I just want you to remember.
Oh, shoot. There was something, yes.
Yes.
Oh, that. It comes, of course. Okay.
But you see what I mean? So if you do that on something, if it's impacting you.
Okay.
Like if the thing at work was actually getting to me, I could, okay, well, what's, but
yes,
I have multiple things actually that I've been more of a witness to recently than had them careen into me. And damn, did you hear the other one? The first one was hilarious. It was so hilarious. I'm with my friend Judy. We are going to go to Van Winden's garden center in Napa. She's driving. Right. We get there and we're talking about the song Mad World by, Gary Jules or something like that. I can't remember what his name is, but it's a beautiful song, but it's very sad. And so I told her, let me think. She says she's going to take it off her playlist. It's too sad. Right. But she loves it. She beautiful. And I said, well, let me think about it a while. Maybe I can think of a way to make it funny or happy for you. Right? And she's like, I don't think you're going to do it. Right? Well, right about the time she says that, we've both gotten out of her car, and perennially, I forget to lock her door because she does not have automatic locks. So I feel so good and so successful that I have remembered to lock her door, and I shut the door, and she goes, oh my God, did I just lock my keys in my car? And yes, she had. Not only had she, but her car was running.
See, I know when I do things like that, if I do things like that, I know that is exactly what sabotage is all about. If I'm thinking I'm totally conscious, present, I'm there, and then that happens, I realize you were not conscious.
But so, not. For my big win...
God, I'm so sorry. Okay.
For my big win was the fact that I was the last one to slam the door, and yet I didn't really feel at fault. Normally I would be like, oh, I'm sorry. So it was a win that I was no longer apologizing for me, my existence, or having locked her keys in her car. Cool. And it was funny, because when I said something about it, that, oh my God, I feel so much lighter that I don't, I'm not, apologizing.
This is all going on in this moment, right?
Yes. And it's funny because then she, because I'm laughing about it. And so then she tries to blame me for fun. And I just laughed at her more. It was so funny too, because when she, we end up calling my friend Art, right, who comes and gets her and drives her to her house. To get her key while I stand by her running car. And I guess when they got halfway over there, she realized that her house key was on the same keychain.
Okay, that's amazing.
I don't remember how they got in. But meanwhile, it inspired me to do this entire art project, because while I was standing there, I was, she kind of needed a taxi to the curb. She was a little bit out there, so that was a little nerve-wracking, but not too bad. But otherwise, I'm standing, and there's a bunch of, broken glass right where I'm standing, and so I started picking it up and putting it in my pockets, because I thought, I have a rock tumbler, and you can rock tumble your way to sea glass. So I want to do a roadkill sea glass art project. You get the roadkill. You see what I mean? You get all that glass at the side. Why not make it pretty and do something with it? So I had a win-win.
Planet.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
and then you'll have it. Etsy store. Meanwhile, yeah.
I mean, I'm laughing my head off, and I'm getting inspiration out of it, and they're driving across town for a key.
Got it. That's so cool. Wow. You are the story of the art.
Yeah.
And the art is the story of you.
Well, I think that's the weird thing is that's what I think what I want from my life is I think your life should be art.
Yeah.
All
like
the
that.
aspects.
Yes. We're creators.
Your house, how you live it, all of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like my messy bookshelf.
What?
That's art.
It absolutely can be.
There's a cat down there. He's a part of the art.
Where's the kitty?
Frankie. You don't see him? Frankie.
Oh, there he is. I was looking,
sorry.
I was looking too far the other direction. Yeah. I was making a purse or something him, but it was an awfully big cat. Did you say?
Yeah.
What's his name? Isn't it Gadget? Gizmo.
Frankie. Oh, Gizmo's outside, and that's Frankie Sinatra.
Oh, that's right. Frankie's the tuxedo.
Right, King of the Wild Frontier. That's his whole name. Frankie Sinatra, King of the Wild Frontier. And Gizmo is Gizmo from Pismo, even though he's never been.
Gizmo from Pismo. I love it.
His name is Gizmo. Gizmo from Pismo. They all have songs. When Gizmo music starts to play.
I love it.
Gizmo now. Gizmo sway.
Have you ever, because you wrote the Moreland book, right? And so then you've got songs for every cat or every pet. Have you ever thought of a project like Best in Show? At the end of Best in Show, the people had written songs for corgis. Was it corgis? Whatever the dog was that had won. You know what I mean? But it was a comedy, but it expressed itself. You know what I mean? So you could do like a three-dimensional project with both talents.
Wow. No, because that reminds me, well, actually, Tom's the one that started the whole music for the animals. His sister had come up with a song about tuna. I get my tuna. They make my tuna in a. I can't remember the song, and he's not here. I can't remember the song. I'll have to sing it for you next time.
Put a pin in that one. You know what?
Thank you.
You know, the Gizmo from Pismo makes me think of something from my 20s. I used to know this guy named Mark Gagan. I can't remember what his brother's name was, but keep in mind the last name Gagan, right? And he was seriously dating a girl named Megan.
Wait, I don't get it.
Well, we kept talking about when they get married, how she'd be married, Megan Gagan.
Oh, yeah. My sister almost married a guy with the last name Niederhaus, and her name was Nina Niederhaus, and I just could never stop laughing. I mean, come on. Sorry, guys, you just can't. No,
you can't do
sorry. It happened. Go find other people.
No.
And Shannon is gone, I heard. She's drifted off to sea.
What brought Shannon up? I do.
Because it's about a dog.
The
thing is, like, did she swim out to sea? Like, I never quite got that. I think
if you Google it, bizarre but true, I think they have an explanation because I think I've seen an explanation. It might have been on one of those VH1 pop-up videos. But somewhere I think there is an explanation of what happened to the dog.
Okay.
Did you ever read the one or hear the one Wildfire? Shannon always reminds me of Wildfire. Wildfire is a horse that gets out of the stable and dies.
Damn. They're so depressing. What's wrong with the 70s?
I know. Same time period. That Wildfire, oh my God. That had the stupid radio stations for weeks. They just... full court pressed you. You will listen. And I know how you feel about that.
Oh, yeah. Or how about What's the one that the cat's in the cradle? It's like, oh, come on. It's like all about, we're going to make you feel bad and guilty. You're not even a dad yet. You are going to feel really bad about this one.
You're not even ever going to be a dad because you're a woman, but you're still crying about it. No, technically, I don't think I've ever cried about it, but I have. Yeah, I spent my year or two or whatever listening to that song, like, and I had a friend. I wonder if it's still true. Who? Oh yeah, he'd leave rooms if it played like two notes.
Okay, how about Mr. Bojangles? Wait, this is supposed to be about inspiration. I'm counter inspiration.
You're inspired to be
the dog up and died.
The dog up and died.
Sorry. But we were just talking about Sammy Davis Jr.
That's true.
So.
Oh.
Anyway, okay, so back to inspiration. Well, we're just giving the. Now we're really appreciative that we are not down there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm feeling good again. I'm feeling so good.
And as you feel better, you tend to make jokes about things that you didn't make jokes about before.
Well, my theory was that the 60s, we were so uppity. Well, no, I wasn't, we weren't there in the 60s, really. This is just a theory. We were so uppity and everything was so colorful and exciting. I think Mary Tyler Moore. And then the 70s, it's like, oh my God, we need to come down from there. Let's make shag carpet.
Isn't
and let's
that
put
funny?
That weird veiny, let's put the weird veiny crap in our mirrors. Really creep people out.
Oh, and all that amber.
What the heck was that?
The colors, what is it? Amber rust. What is it? It was harvest gold.
Avocado.
Something avocado. And they had those what is it? Round table, that glass, because you see that glass now. I buy a lot of stained glass, and you'll see that kind of amber glass that was in like pizza parlors in the 70s.
Oh, okay, yes.
Which ain't quite the same.
You can make it pretty good. So yes, there is a reason for everything.
Yeah, I tend to like the 60s tastes and things a little bit better, but I don't think they were necessarily real upbeat. I mean, parts of them were. What I find funny about the 60s and 70s is you got to figure, okay, so I'm a little kid, right? And I can remember sitting on the playground with two other girls, and we're all just like making a pact that when we grow up, we're going to be
astronauts,
hippies.
Oh, cool.
We're going to be hippies.
Free. You want to be free, right? Aren't hippies, it's all about free? Or did you just want to do drugs? Like, I don't know.
We had no concept of drugs because we were only like 7, right? So it wasn't about the drugs. With me, it might have been the part that our parents wouldn't like it.
Oh, rebellious. Oh, I'm all about that.
It was certainly freedom in color, though. But
yeah, and music. Music.
But
a lot of music.
And absolutely in music.
A lot of people, friends,
right.
Good people
Yep.
that share your love of being a hippie.
And in a strange way, I did it.
It was your calling.
I really love it when I look at my younger self and know that I would be proud and happy about, yeah, dude.
Have you ever done child work where you go to your child? To you as a child?
Kind of. Because I've done that EMDR, and so I've EMDR'd stuff from when I was a child. So yeah. And then I do the ones where I've talked to you about before, where if you have something that's kind of getting to, that you want to think about, I'll do that where I'll ask the question in my dominant hand, but then answer it in my weaker hand. And that's an actually inner child exercise. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So.
Yeah, thanks for that reminder too, because I never did actually.
Yeah, no, I tend to only do that when I'm bothered by something, so I haven't done it in probably weeks. I've been doing the flip side.
You've been so busy.
Yeah, that, and I tend to do the flip side. The one I'm still working on right now is the one I love just writing down everything. When I think if I have a piece of paper right there and I think about I love something, I'm just writing it down. Yeah, I love that. Even if it's as silly as I love whipped cream. Yeah, I do.
How do you eat whipped cream?
Probably my favorite's going to be on chocolate pudding that's still a little warm. Although I have two friends that they'll eat whipped cream on anything. They consider whatever it is just the shelf for the whipped cream. They're all about the whipped cream. I tend to want it to actually complement, and then there's certain things that they're so good by themselves. It's like, they don't need the whipped cream. Go over there.
Yeah, I'll eat them with berries, but it really has nothing. I don't care about the berries. It's just I want the whipped cream. But I'll have the berries.
Speaking, while we're back to food, I learned one based on creme brulee. But you can take berries, right? And then you put like brown sugar over top of them. I don't remember if you mixed anything in with the brown sugar, but you just heat it right underneath your broiler, right? Be careful, because I actually set mine on fire. It kind of melts, right? And then you can put whipped cream on top of that. And basically what it does is it caramelizes that top, and it's delicious.
Dang. Okay, so brown sugar in the broiler.
Right, so you put the berries, you just have them in some sort of like little creme brulee cup, right? And you put the berries on the bottom, the brown sugar on top of that, and then it's not going to be very long near that heat, and it's going to, you'll see it melt. And then you just pull it out and serve.
And it kind of caramelizes?
It definitely caramelizes.
Because I guess that's the chemistry, right? Okay, but see, this is why I was asking, because when I do Trinidadian cooking, the secret, the one little itsy bitsy tiny secret is the brown sugar, and you have to melt it. So you don't just cook it. It has to melt, and it has to caramelize, and then you add whatever else, and it's Trini food.
But did they use it more in savory as opposed to just sweet? Yeah, savory. Very cool.
Got sugar on top.
Your mother was actually from Trinidad? Wow. The only thing I really know about Trinidad is that when I was little, my grandmother went there.
Yeah?
She sent me a postcard. Well, after my grandfather died, there was a time period where my grandmother would go on these freighter trips. So she went all over the world. Her favorites were South America, Ireland, and then, she went to Trinidad and Tobago.
Nice. I've only been once, actually. Hey, but my idol there, his name is Crazy, and I've been a huge fan of him since I was a little girl, and I even, my mom had his album from the 70s, and it was probably the early 80s, and I was looking at the phone number, and I'm off trying to call it, because I thought he'd be at the number on the back of the album, and I've been obsessed with that man forever, and it turns out he emailed me in the late 90s, saying he was a fan. Hello. And my mom, thank God, was still alive when I was able to share that with her, and I still have the email. So,
that's great.
Yeah,
that's really good. Did you email him back?
Heck yeah! In fact, I emailed him last Easter. No, not this past one, the one before. We're just hanging outside. I said, I feel like emailing Crazy and just telling him I'm thinking about him. And then I hope we can record a song one day, because that was always something we were talking about, but I just never made it over there. So, yeah. So cool. Have you ever met one of your heroes? Or talked to them? Or
Well, I had an incident when I was a kid that comes pretty close, but it's one of the reasons I know that extraordinary things can happen. Okay, when my mom was a kid, she used to apparently write to get celebrities' autographs, right? So when I was a kid, she encouraged me to do that. So I did that, right? But it was more her thing than my thing, right? So I just kind of, So at the time, she watched Mary Hartman, right? And the father on Mary Hartman was named Philip Bruns, was his real name. Very, very, very sweet man, right? And I really enjoyed him on the show. He'd do this thing where he'd get frustrated at him and he'd go like this. Right? And he didn't really have a lot of hair. So it was really funny. I'd laugh a lot. So I sent him a letter, right? He not only sent me his autograph and 2 autograph pictures, he found out my phone number and called me on the phone. Swear to God. Swear to God. So we get this phone call, and when he says who he is, I'm just like, and I just start giggling and leave the room. My parents have to drag me back because it's like, no way, right? But so this man, spent, I don't know, it seems like it was a really long time, but you're a kid and everything, and it's very, So maybe it was 5 minutes, maybe it was 10 minutes, maybe it was a half an hour. All I know is this man took the time to call me and encourage me and tell me to keep writing and keep, that was really cool. So I knew extraordinary things can happen, and including with prolific people. Although, I mean, Philip Bruns, you're not going to know his name, you know what I mean? But he was in Mary Hartman and a few other things.
Now, if I see him, I'm going to go, that's him.
He's very much like Mr. Roper. It's not Mr. Roper, but he looks like Mr. Roper.
Cool. I love Mr. Roper. I love all those people.
I'll bet they both read for that part, as a matter of fact. You know what I mean?
What?
I'll bet they both read for that part, the Ropers.
Oh.
I'll bet you. Although maybe it was up against Mary Hartman, so maybe not.
They were on the same time?
I think the same years, somewhere in there years-wise, I think.
So what was that show about? Was it like a...
Mary Hartman? It was supposed to be a spoof of a soap opera.
That's what I thought. Okay, nighttime, right?
Right.
Okay. Huh.
And it was, my mother loved it, but my mother was twisted.
My aunt loved it too, and my aunt's a little wacky. Don't worry, I am too. Love you, Aunt Anna.
However, for a while in the screenplay I'm writing, the mother was going to be very Mary Hartman-esque, but now she's not. She's something else entirely. And that is still going along. I'm writing a zombie story.
I love that.
A zombie screenplay.
That's really cool.
That still involves sex. Either I'm inspired or I've flipped out.
Do you have music for it, or you're not gonna go that far?
I don't. I need an illustrator, or I need to learn how to draw.
Or I know it sounds crazy, but if you do the Fiverr, it's artwork for $5, or just right out. But they also, I think I told you about. There's Photo Dune, and they have a video one. They have music, so it's like $20 for music. And if you wanted to put something together the way, like I did with The Awakening in Moorland, I bought a piece of music. Right?
I saw that. Yeah. I wondered how you guys did that. Yeah.
Yeah, just bought the music and Tom put it together.
I will keep it in mind. I think it's way too early. I think.
Oh yeah. It's a little early, probably.
But yeah. But I have a couple of beta readers reading it, and so it's kind of a little bit just to see, you know what I mean? Because I think it's very different from anything I've written before. It's very, very different, and I like it. But it's like, okay, you look at this and tell me what you think's going on. What is this? Because I think it's a comic book. I really do think it's a comic book, and I really like it. In fact, I was mapping out this morning. A lot of it hinges on what the characters know. And so I was mapping out, okay, this character knows this and this and this, but not that. This character knows this and this and this, but not that. Just so I would keep it straight.
Wow.
But it's evolving, you know what I mean? It's like,
I love it.
I felt like I needed to write it down because I know it, but it's happening like a soap opera in my head.
Nice. That means it's alive. It's alive.
Exactly. And I know why people are doing things. I'm beginning to know their motivations, and I absolutely know some of the characters' futures. So yeah, it's wonderful.
Oh, that's great. Love it. Oh, thank you. Aren't these cute?
They are cute. Beat? What are they? They look familiar though. The brand.
These?
Yeah. Does it have some? Well, she's not going to hear. I shouldn't ask. Yeah, I don't know. It does look familiar though. But yeah,
I only see a logo.
And guess what? We're actually almost color coordinated. Almost.
Azul.
I think mine is close to the color yours looks, but for some reason the camera isn't translating it the way it looks to me. It looks more like what yours look like. Lighter. It's making mine look more blue. It's almost making mine match my shirt more, and it doesn't.
How does this color make you feel?
It's like a light turquoise, kind of. It makes me feel good. It should be very inspiring. Blues and purplies are up there in the crown.
Yeah. Oh,
I think
gosh.
This is my 4th of July shirt, I think.
It looks purple.
It's actually blue, and then I'm wearing a red bra.
Oh, okay.
What
Wow, we're showing off our bras. I'm wearing nude.
What color?
Nude.
Nude. Well, I figure if it's gonna show anyway, you might as well,
I have to keep moving my camera. I don't know what I'm doing.
Have we gone past the time yet? That's the weird thing. When we drift on these weird ones, it could be nude.
Yeah, we're probably at the end, honestly. Yeah, baby blue. Youthful baby blue.
Is that what
That's nice. I like that. You're right on target. So I think there's a couple guests I want to talk to Chris Carter about doing a blab on vitamins, and I'm thinking of asking Gregory, but Gregory's got all different things.
Gregory would be fun.
It would be, huh?
Gregory would be a lot of fun.
Gratitude coach.
He's a what? Coach?
I'll ask him that. He's a gratitude coach.
Gratitude. Gratitude. Gratitude with a great.
That's right. Gratitude. Yeah. But then I also.
That's really good. I love it. Nicely done.
I want to do our food blab on a casserole. I want to make a casserole in that blab you're gonna do.
You want me? So you're saying you want me to do a casserole on the blab I'm gonna do? Why particularly a casserole?
Because they're hilarious. And I'm going to give you the recipe that we're all going to make. This is the Beta Sigma Pi cookbook. And it's like from the 70s it's 1969. That's my obsession. That's my obsession right now, are 1969 recipes.
Why 1969?
Because they are the most beautiful and weird.
Why not 1970 or 68?
Picture books. Well, for this year, I racked up a nice bill on 1969, but I'm going to a friend's house. They might be giving me some old cookbooks from the 60s and 70s. But for Mother's Day, I bought myself about 6 1969 because I just love people were all about entertaining, and they were dressing up, and some of the recipes are so hilarious, and they're beautiful, and they're ridiculous. So that's what our gag is going to be, I think. Now, how do we do that? Okay.
You pick a recipe, and you send it to me, and I'll cook it.
You pick a drink.
And I pick a drink, and you'll make it.
And I drink it.
You got any particular hard alcohols you don't do? That might be good to know. Okay, but yes, so pick a recipe and you send it to me, and we can even, do like a screen capture or whatever, and show what I'll, yeah.
Gonna roll.
Now do it before. I'll have to have friends over, yeah. But do it. Let me know, in enough time to get the ingredients and to go. Whoa, no, I can't do this one. This one's just too. I have to have a few vetoes if it's something I don't know. I'm not sure what would make me go. Yeah, I can't do that. But it's out there, whatever it is.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We'll do it that way. I might even send you 3 to choose from.
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea.
See how it goes.
One, okay. I wouldn't kill anything, but you're not going to ask me to. You know what I mean? No. You're not going to say, go get a live lobster and kill it.
Absolutely not. No.
So what would? I don't know, but there's something that I do.
No clams,
I don't want to touch that.
No clams, oysters, nothing like that. No.
Okay. Yeah, and I think the 3 is a good idea.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm going to go and do right now then. So are you cool with Tuesday?
I think I am. Boy, I have to clean the kitchen.
I'm going to invite all my friends. I'm inviting all my friends to this lab. It's going to be so much fun. This is so cool. Okay. So should we end our
Oh my God, that means I have to make it on my channel.
excited?
Well, I won't.
Cool with it.
I won't make it. I won't make it until we know what we're cooking, though. So
yeah, of course.
So it could be the title.
This is a beta. It's a beta episode.
Everything
which
is
has
beta.
everything to do with this. Beta Sigma Pi. That's what is going to be in the beta episode of, what is it called? What's your show called?
Well, that's a good question. It was just going to be called whatever the food was.
Okay,
but I suppose it does
just
need something. In the Kitchen with Elsie and Angie.
Yeah, Angie and Elsie. This is, we'll put your name first on that one. Okay.
In the Kitchen with Angie and Elsie. I love it. And I don't promise I won't be drunk, whatever. Probably not. But I laugh a lot anyway.
Yeah, no, it'll be perfect. Oh, I can't wait. So I can just put that as the title and announce it. There you go. Yeah, you know what? I think, I wonder if I should make it with you.
Well, think about it.
Yeah, it depends if I eat it or not.
Well, because think about it. You could do it that way, or you could eat something else anyway. You could eat along, or you could do, there's so many different ways.
Right.
I mean, you could watch me doing stuff and actually have scorecards. I mean, you totally get,
You know what? That's a great idea. And what I could do is I could pretend that you gave me some at the end, and I'll eat it like I'm eating it.
Try not to spoon across the room. Although, you know what else? That's what you do. Don't make it along. Make it ahead.
Okay.
Make it ahead, and then you'll have some. You could actually be, and then we can see if yours and mine look the same. I'll bet they don't.
And then at some point, we'll be making our own recipes.
That's
one be making it, and the other have the finished one.
One can be made exactly, like they do on TV, where they put it in the oven and then they take it right out.
Oh gosh, I know. Magic. Did you even make that one? Or did your little helpers on set do that one for you?
Credit number 20,012. Person who actually baked the casserole.
Wow, right. We're going to be busy on Tuesdays.
So In the Kitchen with Angie and Elsie, and I'll make it right afterward, and then I can add whatever we're eating. Well, you see what I mean? You add it as the comment for the day.
Oh man, we're just cooking right now.
We don't know what we're doing, but we're doing it.
We're doing it. You saw it right here.
Daily.
It never ends. Cool.
For fun, I can invite some friends here too. What? Obviously online. But
if it takes 45 minutes to bake, will the blab be an hour or more? That is a great question.
That's a good question.
I don't know how to answer it.
I guess. What determines that it's only a half hour on Tuesdays? Because we always go over. We never cut it. It never ends right anyway.
I think because I haven't really formatted it the way I'm feeling. I don't feel like I've brought it to its greatness yet. Did I just spit?
Probably I have. It's funny too, because on this one, if we have Janine, I don't think we can keep it under 2 hours.
Yeah, I know, right? Ooh, that one's always on fire. So, I guess we'll just have to see.
Yeah, let it be fluid, I guess, and probably make it longer. Probably.
And if you want to start earlier, like if you want to change the time, that's totally cool too.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm here, so.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Well, I'll let you guys know what is coming next Friday, and I'll send those recipes to you. And I'm going to contact Gregory. I'll see if Gregory can do next Friday.
That'd be good. And then, yeah, I'll still, you know. Oh, another one. What's next Friday's the 10th? We have CJ coming back too. So hopefully they'll be able to come on. I think she was gonna be maybe the 10th, maybe. Yeah, it just depends on how tired she'll be, or you know how, you know what I mean. You come back from a vacation like that, you want to just blah blah blah, but you also need some decompression time too. So it just depends on which CJ she is, and if she can get on Blab. Although I'm really thinking now, no more tests. We just give them all the information. We're here, and we keep it, you know what I mean? Keep it kind of fluid. Okay, you're going to be on this day. We'll be sitting there waiting for you. We're going to...
if they can get on.
We're here.
Okay, let's do that then. Yeah. And then we'll always change the title after.
Right.
So do you want me to I'll make a placeholder for now.
For next Friday.
We'll just call it, talk about inspiration again.
Or, you know, the flip side of that is talk about whatever comes up, but you really don't want to say that.
Everything's... Oh, I've got one. I've got a title. Everything's coming up, Angie and Elsie.
Oh, wait a minute. Don't put that one on the Tuesday.
Not on Tuesday. On the
Everything's coming up.
Okay, I get it. Gross. Okay. Especially when we're making a cold casserole.
Uh-oh. Well, I think we can't do any better than just stop this while we're laughing.
Okay.